Welcome. Welcome everybody to another webinar of Finance Future. Okay, so can you hear my voice very clearly and also my screen on your devices? Okay, so this is the very first international webinar hosted by Finance Future for the very new market in Nordic or in the Baltic area. Today, please welcome with me also a representative from Põltsamaa Co-Educational High School. She will deliver a presentation for her own school and then why you should attend to Põltsamaa in your very near future, studying in a very safe, promising country. In the very first part will be delivered by me, and I am Chi from Finance Future. So to save your time, I will go directly into what we are going to go through today. So we are pointing the compass north, and I don't mean, let's go look at the northern lights north only. I mean, we are looking at a specific anomaly in the northern Europe. It's quietly rewriting the rules of how countries should operate in the 21st century, while being just a small nation of just about 1.3 million people. It's really tucked away in the Baltics, and the country is, yes, of course, Estonia, the so-called land of the unicorns. So that is the title. And it's not just some marketing slogans that they slapped on a tourist brochure. The data also backs it up, as you can see there. And Estonia also holds the #1 spot in Europe for the number of startups per capita. They are churning out billion-dollar company unicorns at a rate that, statistically, it just shouldn't be possible for a country with a population smaller than metro area population of, say, Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam, which is now like 10 million already. Okay, I think most of the people here know about Skype, right? Skype came from there, from Estonia, and is also the grandfather of the unicorn tech company. And Skype was just the grandfather, it proved that it was possible for Estonia. But look at the current heavy hitters on the deck like Playtech and Bolt, Piperight, and Wise, which used to be TransferWise. These aren't just successful local businesses. They are global infrastructure. They define how we move money through TransferWise, how we held rights through Bolt, and how sales team operate worldwide through Piperight. So the mission for today isn't just praise these unicorns, or listen to their stock prices. We have gone through a massive stack of documents about government strategy papers, educational curriculums, and we need to figure out how Estonia did this. So because you don't get that kind of per capita success by accident, to me, it feels like they have built a specific machine to produce these results. It's an ecosystem, and honestly, reading through all the files to compile everything here to present to you today, it feels like less like a government policy and more like a user manual for a country, for very advanced ones. So whenever I am too fast or too slow with my slides or with my delivery, please feel free to stop me by putting your message into the chat box. There will be Finance Future coordinators to help us deliver your questions whenever you need us to do so. Okay. So the question left for us today, a very big question, is to answer by the end of the webinar, is Estonia the smart choice right now for young people, IT young people, to launch a tech career and the future there right now? Okay, so to really get there, let's first have a look at the environments, the actual physical atmosphere and the air that we basically breathe in every day, right? So Estonia holds the top one in the EPI, Environment Proficiency Index, which measures the air quality and biodiversity, and they crowd literally as the world's cleanest air, as you can see here, the #1 spot here. And half of the country, 51 of them, is forests. So you can have this image of a wide green sanctuary. And on the other hand, the society is claimed 100% digital. It's e-nation. So that's the brand and also the reality when you spend time scrolling through data and articles about Estonia as a whole. They cover basically everything digital, from government procedures like voting, ID, and even filing tax, to healthcare and education, or even police and cybersecurity. Everything is online. So in this country, bureaucracy is zero, which means paperwork and standing in lines for the government procedures are not something by default, like in other countries. So then you can save your time a lot, right? To enjoy such clean air and your private space and rights too, where population density is just like 30 people per square kilometer. And at the same time, the living standard is, of course, as European standard, but at the bare minimum and almost affordable price for you to start a life there. So that's about the daily environment. And for the education that you are going to pursue there, according to the OECD PISA 2022, Estonia ranks #1 again in Europe in everything, math, science, and reading. And usually when we think of top tier education in math and science, especially we will tend to think of high performance model like in Asia, right? In Singapore, South Korea, and our country, our Southeast Asia countries too, which is all about intensity. We have high instructional time, mass amount of homework, like mountains of them, right? And schooling starts from 6 a.m. to until 6 to 9 p.m., including regular and then a lot of extra classes. So it's a very heavy workload. And the logic seems that you achieve excellence through the volume and heavy input. But on the other hand, Estonia is doing the opposite. This is the core of the Estonian model, which we will figure out in detail later in this webinar. And it's basically characterized by less instructional time and less homework, of course. The metrics that count is to maximize learning output in the teaching hour. I believe that in the autonomy, right? not tangling the students into the school desks for like 10 to 12 hours. So I call it a stress-free education that delivers excellence. And besides all that environment and the education, another very important privilege that we should look into of going to study in Estonia is about the investment you need to go for high school and higher education. So as you can see in the table, if you follow the English chart, you can only go there after high school graduation. I mean, to go there when you attend to bachelor degree in a higher education in a university. And for example, a bachelor degree in Tallinn University has a total tuition fee of around 40,000 euro for 3 years. And then for the master degree, it's another 12,000. So totaling 35,000 euro for the whole higher education. But meanwhile, when you have the Estonian language and your language is at a certain level, you can attend very, say, earlier and at the entrance of the upper secondary high school, which means by the age of 16. And you go there totally free because you have the language that they are required. Okay, so what if we go there and we can choose the sector or the major or the career prospect that we are really into? And in this webinar today, it's about information and communication technology, ICT. So earlier in the slides, we've mentioned Skype, pipe drive, wires and bolts. We are going to trace the pipeline again from the very first day of high school through these wide competitive recruitment channels. And we can see also the paycheck that they will pay for high demand careers in ICT sector in Estonia, and how an an outsider like us today can actually hack into the system of Estonia. In the slide, you can see that Estonia is number one in number of startups per capita in Europe, and globally they ranked in the third place, just in comparison with Israel and Singapore too. And ICT sector is very, say, important sector, contributing a lot into their GDP. And the unicorns number is very high compared to a very modest number of population they have. Okay, so let's get into the why we have this webinar and why we want to deliver, or we want to introduce Estonia as a e-nation country to you today. Because the number of ICT specialists in Estonia represents 7.2% of total employment in the country in 2025. This stands above the EU average standard of just 5%. And there's actually a specific goal for the 2030 that seems to be driving on this urgency, that they want to recruit new talents into their country. That's the why behind the whole operation. So the Estonian government has set a very hard target. They want 10% of the entire national workforce employed in the ICT sector by 2030. So right now, or at least looking at the recent figure, they are hovering around 7.2%, and some 0.2% is already high by European standards. But to jump from 7 to 10 across the whole country, that's 3%, a massive demographic shift. So, and also at the same time, that's a need, right? They want, and the need and wants, they want an increase of 3% of the current levels of the workforce in ICT. And also for the venture capital that they received, Estonia is the leader in deep tech venture capital investments in the Baltic states, while Europe has overall witnessed venture capital pullback and the trend of becoming more conservative, as well as focusing on some specific tech domains. The situation is more serious by a talent shortage in the sector. But anyways, the total 28% of all that fundings will come to Estonia, and there is also a critical lack of advanced specialists in deep tech like AI, machine learning, large model learnings, and also AI chips. So the strategy is that they will combine every efforts from educational institutions and the government to develop and to train more the skills that needs to follow the goal and also the fundings that will pour into that system. So let's reverse engineer this a bit. If we had to look at the input, the education system, in grade 1 to 6, the kids are already learning coding, programming logic, and digital safety. As you can see here, grade 1 to 6, they have building a foundation by treating computer language equal to human language. So by the time they get to high school and grades 7 to 12, they are already digitally native in a way that opens wide doors to IT career path. And by that high school age, the curriculum also shift to the digital projects so that they can apply everything they study at school into real problem solving in the real case scenarios. So students can have hands-on experience in Internet of Things, augmented reality, or AR projects. And it isn't about computer class anymore, right? It's about a program called Project Tire. That means the program that integrates everything coding into the curriculum, not a separate subject. Imagine you go to math, you go to history, and then you go to the computer lab for 45 minutes to learn some Pythons and text. This model integrates the technology across the board, not as a separate module. Um, so on the top of that, we have to talk about a new layer, the AI leap. So this is the so we are recording this webinar in the early 26. So we are right in the middle of the AI leap, as you can see on the timeline. The government proposed this initiative to actually deliver AI literacy to every single student in high school. So in the foundation and piloting year, last year, they established the fundings, trained the teachers, and start testing the apps in the classroom. So in this academic window 2026, we are in the rollout phase in the middle, right? Which means high school teachers across the country, not just computer teachers. So all of them are getting free access to enterprise level AI tools, and students are receiving specific AI literacy training. So that is, to me, such a deviation from the narrative in other places. I feel like right now half of the work is banning ChatGPT, right, in schools because we are terrified of cheating. But Estonia is handling the license saying that we are figure out how to use this to work faster, but in the safest way. Because AI literacy is something that you need to learn to master to use the AIs properly. So that's, I think, the competitive advantage that we are having when we join into the pipeline right now in 2026 or later in 2027. Because by 2027 school year, the plan is to expand this to all schools, including vocational schools. So they are trying to make the prompt engineering or AI collaborations as fundamental to reading and writing skills in high school students. And another perk of studying in Estonia is that everything goes online and goes digitally. So from admission to graduation, you can use the e-school or the Studium for your attendance check, and for every material that you study at school, you don't have to carry a lot of books, a lot of heavy books, but you have everything digitalized on the cloud. You have to go there with your iPad and everything is there already, ready for your classroom, for the teacher delivery that day. So it's 100% digital, and that saves your effort, your time, and your energy a lot during the school day. So that's about how the curriculum and how the material will help you when you get into this machine. So that's the classroom as the baseline. But it seems like the real action happens outside the classroom. The system seems very competitive because they are really smart and gamifying the career path. They're creating a lot of, say, competitions and international competitions. So taking robotics here as an example is the world's largest annual robotics festival, as you can see. You can also Google it. There's a lot of, say, information online ready for you to scroll about robotics. So imagine the words in the stadium and a lot of people cheering for you of an autonomous robots. It's thousands of engineers and students battling for a very, say, not only the trophy, not only the awards, but for the real stakes in real life. When high school students, if ranked in top contestants, they maybe get into the direct admission to the university, so they can bypass the standard entrance high school exam, or they can get special scholarships. So I think you can imagine the image that you can still tell your parents, I don't need to study for the SATs. The SATs is very competitive right now. I just need to calibrate the sensor correctly to move my robots around. And it's a very, say, smart way to have your own future ready for you in higher education. And for academics, they also have and attend International Olympiad of the Olympics, the IOA. So Informatics Olympiad is a programming competition for students of general education schools. This is organized in Estonia by the University of Tartu Science School on behalf of the Ministry of Education and Research. Yeah, I did mention the collaboration between education institutions and the government agencies, right? So they are doing everything they can to attract the students to these gamifying competitive and contestants to scout for a very high talent young people for further training. And Estonia has a lot of, say, participants and a wide and long history of attending the IOA. And if you medal there, of course, the door is wide open in the University of Tartu for you. And for the next, this one, I want to play you a video clip. So please prepare your headphone a bit. Let me check with the voice. And I need to also get it back to English. Subtitles. Translate into English for your convenience. Okay, and enjoy.
Kas sa oled valmis Eesti kõige võimsamaks ja põnevamaks küberlahinguks? Võistlustules on 50 Eesti parimat kübertalenti, kes selgusid eelvoorus 250 osaleja seast. Nüüd on aeg välja selgitada, kelle mõistus töötab nagu superarvuti ja kelle nutikus lööb teised üle. Kes häkib end tippu, kes haarab endale küberdrooni ja kes on Cyber Battle of Estonia ja kübernaaskel 2025 champion? Kõik see saab selgeks juba pühapäeval 9. novembril Telia Inspira kanalil. Otseülekanne hommikul kella 10-st kella 4-ni välja maailma kõige vingemalt küberharjutusväljakult CR14. Lisaks kuulutatakse välja ka aasta küberkool tunnustuse saajad. Ja mis kõige parem, ka sina saad sellest osa olla, nii et lahenda kodus võistluse käigus küberülesandeid, näita oma oskusi ja võida auhindu. Nii et ära maga maha. Üks päev, üks lahing ja sina oled osa sellest.
Okay, so that was Cyber Battle 2027. So we also have to remember that Estonia frames itself as a digital fortress. There's this Cyber Olympics and sponsored by the Ministry of Defense, and in collaboration with Tallinn University of Technology, and the Ministry of Defense that sells intense, right? They are scouting for cyber warriors. This battle, you can showcase your knowledge and your skills in driving drones, in cyber skills, and in coding too. So digital defense is not a game to Estonian people. It's national security. So they use this competition to, I guess, identify the young people who have a natural talent for ethical hacking, and then funnel them right straight into the pipeline of the ICT sector jobs that awaits them in the future. Okay, so that's everything they are preparing a student for a high demand roles in the sector in the future. So when the student graduate from their university, they can attend to a lot of jobs, from software developer to cybersecurity specialist and data analyst, and also AI and machine learning specialist too, because you need everybody to attend and to help to support the whole system of the nation digital infrastructure. And salaries in Estonia's ICT sector are competitive for European standard, especially considering the low cost of living, for example, in Tallinn or in Põltsamaa. So so people can get into the market of the job market with a very, say, high entry level of the salary. So and also you can get the money from the very, say, high school, the very time when you are in the university, when you are in the third or the last year of your education, you can apply for paid internships at the unicorns we have here. So they are actively seeking for interns, especially in IT, and offering paid positions to build skills and networks. So many programs can last from 18 months to 3 to 6 months, and with the potential to full-time conversion from the intern to a career. So this is a very, say, superpower that you can have for your readiness for the longest and brightest journey in Estonia. And for the longest journey, I mean the residency and legal framework. And so this is pretty simple and linear for you to understand. So basically, you are getting the most out of the studying in Estonian language for consecutive years, which can say compile into a decade. So you can think of planning for long-term residency and citizenship in Estonia. So the gold standard is, of course, the EU Blue Card, where you have a degree and a job offer with specific salary requirements. That's the fastest track. But the standard timeline to really become a resident is also counting from your temporary resident permit, the TRP, that counts for your duration of nominal study period in Estonia since higher education. Since upper secondary education. You stay there long enough, get a decent job with Estonian language B1 plus, and long-term PR is possible after 5 to 8 years of continuous residence. So we might have done some heavy lifting about the tuition exam. If you remember this slide, you basically have to pay nothing when you attend to a school in Estonian language, right? But that's with the cost that you have to study the Estonian language, right? That's a very, say, hard and notoriously hard and difficult language to study. But the Estonian Finest Future program will design to make the mountain climbable for you by providing a specific and linear roadmap of 4 phases, as you can see from the slide. And phase 1 is you can study Estonian online for 12 months, so you don't have to quit your normal schoolwork, and you can study in the convenience of your home country. You commit to the language first in 12 months. Then you move to Estonia and studying in a high school in Estonia for 3 years, tuition exempted, free. And more importantly, you will need to embed yourself in a context of speaking and living with the Estonian language. Then phase 3 is the university, and especially within the ICT major again, highly possibly free for another 3 or 4 years. Then the last phase, the phase 4, is the paid off for long-term career, either in Estonia or other EU countries with residency. Okay, so I believe if you follow this Finest Future Blue Ocean pathway, the barrier for the hardest language in the universe can be moved away. That barrier can stop many people in the very first step, right? But not you. It's the very first thing that you have already tackled when you get into this program. Okay, and so let's recap for my part, and I think it's long enough and it's boring enough. So there's a quote that I want to cite it from Mr. Thomas Hendrik Ives. He served the rights when the national technology transformation was really taking off. He's the former president of Estonia in 2006 and 2016. It's a beautiful saying that the best thing that they believe they can give to the children is not land, not house or a bank account, but good education. And it seems that Estonia has been building the national strategy based on this foundational philosophy, and they are inviting the world to come and sharing this privilege. That's the key takeaway from my part. And all of this really makes me think about what we Asians people, Southeast Asians people, and the Europeans value about in education. Is it that we spend hours at the desk, the school desk, or is the actual output out there in the real world? Are we preparing the student as the past, or we are giving them the AI tools and literacy they need to build their own finest future tomorrow? Okay, so to understand more about how cybersecurity in high school happens in Estonia, please welcome Põltsamaa Co-Educational High School representative, Miss Margaret, will continue this webinar with her part. So please welcome her, and this is your stage, Margaret.
So hello, I'm Margit Uus. I'm a teacher in Põltsamaa Co-Educational Gymnasium. And I'm going to introduce our school and the various opportunities in our town as well. So you can put the next slide. Okay, so I'm going to start with our town. Põltsamaa is quite a small town in the center of Estonia, and it's located next to a major highway. That means we have very easy access to biggest cities as well. Tallinn is about 110 kilometers away, and 50 kilometers is Tartu, the second largest city. And in our town, there are only 4,000 inhabitants. So it gives kind of calm and friendly atmosphere here. Okay. Our town may be small, but it actually offers everything you need for everyday life. There are essential services like accommodation, sports facilities, healthcare, grocery shops, and cafes. Everything is located close to the school, actually. And another advantage is that everything is within walking distance. It is a very safe town. You can walk around. In most places, it's only 10-15 minute walk. And Põltsamaa allows you to focus on your studies in a calm, safe, and supportive environment. Okay. Next slide, please. Our school has a long history. It is 107 years old, and we have currently about 850 students here. In the secondary school level, grades 10 to 12, there are approximately 150 students. Each class has about 25 to 30 students, and they have their own class teacher. And the class teacher supports students, helps them settle in, notices if anyone needs additional help. And the class teacher is usually the first person students can turn to with any kind of problems in school. And at the secondary school level, there are about 35 teachers. In addition, we offer various support services, including access to a school psychologist when needed, career counseling to help students plan their future studies. And we also have a youth work coordinator who helps organize events together with the students. And foreign students can get local student mentors who can help them settle in. Okay, next slide, please. When we talk about the school itself, it has a kind of a campus where everything necessary is located within 1 kilometer radius. It includes all kinds of school buildings, sports halls, fields, music and art school, library, youth center, and also dormitory. Our classes start at 9 a.m. and usually end by 3:35 p.m. And our dormitory has double rooms. It has all essential facilities, including shared kitchen, laundry, drying facilities, and there is a supervisor. I think it's kind of important to have a supervisor in secondary school dormitory, and she's usually on duty from 7 p.m. to 9 a.m. The fee for dormitory is 60 euros per month for double room, but if you have a roommate, then the cost is split between these two people. Okay, next slide. Overall, in conclusion, our school and our environment is very safe, as Estonia is one of the safest countries in the world. And our school community is friendly, supportive. And in addition to academic studies, we offer a variety of events, projects, and extracurricular activities. By taking part in different projects, students can develop important life skills such as teamwork, leadership, and organizational skills. And now I would like you to Now I'd like to invite one of our school's alumni to share their experience at our school. I know that Jakob has joined our webinar. So he graduated Põltsamaa cybersecurity and IT field of study, and he can talk about his experience here. So, could you unmute Jakob Maikalu?
Can he raise his hands so we can spot him?
Jakob, tõsta käsi.
Jakob, you can use.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, thanks. Hello, everyone. My name is Jakob. I am currently studying economics and playing professional volleyball at the University of Tartu. And 2 years ago, I graduated from Põltsamaa High School. They wanted me to come here and share my experience on why you should come study in Põltsamaa and what Põltsamaa and the school can give you for your future. I graduated from the cybersecurity and IT class. I had great grades, but everyone can have those if you try hard enough. Why I decided to study in Põltsamaa was for the opportunities that the school, the town, and the people provide you. I took part in many national Olympiads like math, physics, history, economics, cybersecurity, and stuff like that. And you can get a special group or individual preparation with teachers for those. With good results on these Olympiads, you get a guaranteed spot in university without having to do like the exams or the SATs. I got accepted into all of these universities. I got to pick what I wanted, and all the teachers are more than happy to help you learn. They will help you prepare for these. You just have to ask. Studying IT, I got to participate in hackathons and cybersecurity competitions, robotics competitions, etc., all over Estonia, also with special preparation for these. And if you don't want to study like cybersecurity or robotics or electronics, then these give you a good sense for cybersecurity and IT in like every other field, like finance or whatever. We have electronics and robotics classes. Everyone has a computer to use, and most of the learning. Yes, I'm Estonian. Thanks. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask me. We have electronics and robotics classes. Everyone has access to a computer, and much of the learning is digital in every class, like biology or math or whatever. You can also practice cybersecurity, IT projects, programming, and working with AI is a big thing now. For other fields, not IT, the school invites professionals to give lessons, either from universities, businesses, sometimes actors or musicians, whatever, to teach the students, and the students can ask what they want to learn. You get to meet a lot of interesting and smart people. About studying in general, the school will support you, and the teachers are great, friendly, and they will help you. Other than studying, there are sports practices, extracurricular activities. I played volleyball, but there's also basketball, football, athletics, dancing, wrestling, martial arts, music opportunities, different choirs for singing, bands, music school, singing lessons, whatever, actors groups. There are a lot of opportunities. You just have to like go and ask and be active. You can do all of these things at the same time because everything is close and very accessible. My favorite part of the school in general was that it's really focused on getting you as a student to be active and trying new things. We organize different events, Christmas parties, sports competitions, music week, talent shows, whatever. And these really helped me with learning teamwork, leadership, discipline, and planning, whatever. And again, people around you, the teachers and local staff will help you if you ask. They're very, very helpful. Organizing may seem simple, but in real life you see that a lot of people do not have these skills that you get when you study at Põltsamaa. The students, as far as I can remember, are very friendly and accepting. Everyone can speak English, but you learn Estonian pretty quickly. So in conclusion, the teachers are amazing, the students are friendly, and you get a million opportunities to do different things. You get unique skills. All you have to do is ask and be active. That's pretty much it for me. If you have any questions, I can answer them now or later, depends.
Okay, I think we can answer later. Thank you, Jakob, and I can go on with our presentation. So you can change the slide. We are going on to curriculum, and this is about Estonia in general. When we talk about Estonia, the school year starts on the 1st of September, and it ends in mid-June. When we talk about secondary school, these studies last 3 years. And during the school year, there are 4 breaks, and there is a long summer break in the end as well. To graduate from secondary school, students must complete 96 courses. Courses in Estonia are 35 lessons, which are 45 minutes long. 83 are compulsory and 9 belong to the chosen field of study. And to graduate, everybody must pass 3 national examinations. They are Estonian, mathematics, and foreign language. It's usually English. And in addition, students are required to write and defend a research paper. And the 5th requirement in our school is a portfolio, which is compiled throughout the 3 years of study. On the next slide, there are fields of study in Põltsamaa. You can change the slide. We have actually 3 fields of study. I know that you mostly listen to cybersecurity and IT, but we also have economics, theatre and film, and these are all kind of interesting. I'm going to introduce them a bit more. But a fun fact here, our school was the first secondary school in Estonia to introduce cybersecurity studies. Today, we offer a wide range of subjects, and I'm going to start with cybersecurity. Okay. There are different subjects: cybersecurity, mechatronics, robotics, secure networking, programming, technical drawing, 3D modeling, and IT project. And we also have unmanned aerial systems, which means they are drones, basically. In addition, students can take part in competitions and Olympiads, and we collaborate with TalTech, University of Technology, and Estonian Aviation Academy. Starting this autumn, the school will also begin a cooperation with Code Jõhvi, which is a coding school, a programming school in Estonia as well. On the next slide, we have economics. And this is another field of study where students learn organizational behavior, the basics of student companies, business planning, international relations, financial literacy, investing, and economic mathematics. And economics students work with their own student companies, take part in financial literacy Olympiads, and we also collaborate with the International Junior Achievement Program. This year, one of our school students' companies is participating in an international student company fair in Austria. And as part of the studies, students also visit different companies, including Bolt, Pipedrive, Swedbank, Orkla, and as well many other companies as well. And our newest field of study on the next slide is theatre and film. Students learn subjects such as theatre, literature, creative expression, stage movement, stage speech, creative writing, sound and lighting, and dramaturgy. As part of this study, students create a final performance too. And the guest lecturers are professional actors, director, dramaturg. We also cooperate with professional theatre, Ugala Theatre in Estonia. They have cultural camps and organize Põltsamaa Mini Theatre Days, which is a professional nationwide event. Okay, so these are the fields of study. Now focusing on engineering and STEAM. STEAM means science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And starting this school year, our school is taking part of this STEAM project. We are a partner school of this initiative. And through this program, students gain the knowledge and skills necessary for engineering studies. We collaborate with many businesses and educational institutions, including TalTech, University of Technology, the Estonian Design Center, Rapla Applied College, the Estonian Engineering Union, and Conesco, one of Estonia's well-known engineering companies too. And from September 2027, 2 additional STEAM courses will be available for students. Okay. Next slide, please. And additional opportunities. In addition to everything our school offers, students can also take part in various e-courses from universities, whether it's Tallinn or Tartu, TalTech, Edumus School. You can choose the e-courses from subjects you enjoy or like. Successful participation in Olympiads and competitions can give students opportunities to enter universities. Like Jakob said earlier, for example, on this picture, you can see another great students who successfully took part in EnerHack. It was an energy hackathon, and winning this competition, he was invited to study at TalTech University. And starting this school year, we are also taking part in pilot program on unmanned aerial vehicles in cooperation with Estonian Aviation Academy and the Estonian Defence Resources Agency. And from 2026, we plan to collaborate with Code Jõhvi to further enhance our cybersecurity and IT curriculum. Okay. Next slide, please. And now for free time. In addition to studying and focusing on different kinds of learning, our students have a wide range of opportunities for free time activities as well. Some of these are free, some of require small fee, but there are several e-courses, Olympiads, school theatre, libraries, sports facilities. We do have a brass orchestra, we have dance groups. For outdoor activities, students can enjoy Kuningamäe Sports Center, which offers an outdoor gym, skiing tracks, disc golf, cycling routes, as well as Kamari Wake Park, where students can take part in beach volleyball, swimming, wakeboarding, and adventure climbing. And that is an art school, music school, and sports school in Põltsamaa too, to further develop their talents. Okay. And some examples. Our school has several graduates who have achieved success in different fields. So probably the best known in Estonia is Erkki Keldo, who is currently a Minister of Economic Affairs and Industry of Estonia. But we also have well-known Estonian twin actors, Priit and Märt Pius. They are among the busiest actors in Estonia. They work actively in both theatre and film. Saskia Alusalu is Estonian speed skater, and he won 4th place at the Pyeongchang Winter Olympic Games. Another speed skater, Martin Liiv, is going to compete this year at the Olympic Games. And the great skier, Hanna-Britta Kaasik, is competing championships in Europe at the moment too. Tanis Kulp graduated with gold medal, a successful business leader managing several companies. Hellar Pullisaar, who participated in the Formula Student Team Tallinn, studied at TalTech and now works at Milrem, which is a world-leading company in the field of unmanned ground vehicles. And on the next slide is Markus Märklik, and the list of the activities on this slide are the things he did during secondary school. He studied cybersecurity and IT, and at the same time took part in different academic competitions, Olympiads. He joined Solarized student engineering team, which builds a solar-powered car and competed in international car race. He took part of Robotex, which is the largest robotics competition in the Baltics. And now he's at TalTech University. So you can see our cybersecurity and IT are our key strengths there. Okay. Next slide, please. And coming back to beginning, so this picture shows education system in Estonia, as was told earlier. The lowest level here is secondary school, and you can see there are three options going to continue studies. Students can choose integrated bachelor's and master's degree, separate bachelor's degree, or professional higher education, which usually focuses on vocational studies too. And after completing the last two options, students can continue the studies at the master's level, which is considered very important in Estonia. For example, teachers in Estonia are required to have a master's degree in order to work in the profession. Okay, and let's talk about admission to Põltsamaa as well. Admission requirements to Põltsamaa are at least 75% in the basic school final exams in mathematics and Estonian, and Estonian and English language proficiency at least at the B1 level. If the exam results are below the required level, applicants must take additional entrance tests in the chosen field of study, whether it's IT or theatre or economics. And our mission on the final slide, we empower our students to turn their ambitions into reality, move towards their dream careers, and the Põltsamaa Co-Educational Gymnasium provides a safe and supportive environment where young people can grow, explore their potential, and build a strong foundation for their future. So that's all. Thank you.
Whoa. Thank you, Margit. And also Jacob too. I think it's now the best time for some questions here. We have a lot floating in. Okay, let's go following the timeline. Okay, we have some question that I put out here. Oh, okay, so an Indonesian student, I guess. Can we use hijab when we go to Põltsamaa High School?
So it's not common to use these. It's not forbidden, but Estonia is an atheist country, basically. So we don't have a lot of religious people all around, but it's not forbidden.
Okay, so please feel free to do so. Okay, next question. Historically, were there any Indonesian students who went to Põltsamaa High School? Or international students? How many international students, Asian students in your school right now? Do you have any records?
We have a few Ukrainians at the moment. We have had Taiwan students for a years ago, but no Indonesian.
Okay, so for Southeast Asia is still awaiting us to join you, right? And what is the annual student, limit to be admitted to Põltsamaa High School? What is the number of students that we can take in, that you can take in the school year? Or maybe we can save this question for later answer through email for this participant.
Yes, maybe by email, so we don't know exact quota here.
Okay. So the admission process we have gone through. You have to attend the online studying 12-month online for Estonian B1, and then you have the math requirements, high school requirements, and then the interview. Yeah. Okay, so if student accepted, then the tuition cost, the room and the meals will be free. No, the room will be 60 euro per month. Tuition is free, but meals will free too. But rooms is 60 euro per month. And how about insurance? Do you have any, say, fee for insurance in your data right now?
Insurance, meil kindlustust ei ole. We don't have separate insurance for students.
Okay, you don't, it means students don't need to buy insurance and they cover in the tuition? Okay. Okay, so my team will help answer this question.
Hello. So for the international students, sorry, let me introduce myself a little bit. So my name is Nghĩa, and I'm the student recruitment here in Vietnam. And for the question related to the insurance, so all of international students, when they apply for the RP and also like the visa and go to Estonia, they have to purchase the 1 year period of insurance. It's called like medical insurance, and within that 1 year you can be covered by that one. So that's the thing. You can learn about this first, but when you get into the program, our team will help with this one, with all of the mandatory documents, and we can help you apply the visa when you are in the program.
Okay, thank you. And I think this question will serve everybody. Okay, this is a very nice question. What is the biggest challenge when you study at Põltsamaa?
Maybe Jakob can answer it.
Yeah, I think Jakob can answer this. What is the biggest challenge when you study there?
Yeah, maybe this is a cop-out answer, but the biggest challenge is like choosing what you want to do. There are like a lot of options, and you can't do everything. There is like everyone has 24 hours in a day. You can't do everything, but there are so many options, so many things that you can't do because of time, because you're doing other things. That's for me like the biggest thing. I feel like I missed out on some stuff, but I don't know. In general, there wasn't much. There wasn't really anything that was like hard or like troublesome or like like a problem. It was like sometimes studying is hard, but no like problems while studying. If that answers your question.
Oh, thank you. So fear of being missing out is the biggest problem there, right? Because you have a lot to do to choose from. Another question for Jakob. Based on your experience, were there any bullying cases at Põltsamaa High School? Also, how are the local feels about Asian students? Are the locals feel welcome about our nationalities, Asian? Hello, Jakob. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't feel like there was like a lot of bullying. I didn't see any bullying. We also have this like anti-bullying programs in school where there's like some like specialists or maybe tutors who can teach the students how to get along better and not like anti-bullying. And I think the students are like really friendly. It would probably be interesting for the students to see someone from Southeast Asia for the first time. But in my experience, everyone was really friendly. We have like this integration type program thing, which is also available for foreign students.
Okay, thank you. Glad to know. Another questions about not about the curriculum, but more likely about how we will spend the life there. So from Vietnam, is health a considerable aspect of studying in Estonia? And I guess it's about both the physical and the mental health. Do school value this as a vital thing for students? I mean, about the health of the students.
Yes, health is definitely important. We have psychologists at our school, we have school nurse, and avoiding all kinds of problems. We have lots of sporting facilities, and students are encouraged to take part in different sporting activities as well. So we do value health.
Okay, and I believe so. Yeah, and then another question about religion. So is the school environment friendly to religion? I mean, multi-religion, right? And also there's, she wants to ask about theater and film from the field of study. Do they have like acting extracurricular or lessons for theater and film?
So for the first question, I think school is rather religion friendly. Also, as I told you earlier, Estonia is not very religious country at all, but we do have different churches in Põltsamaa, different religions. So I think it's friendly in this case. And about theatre and film, yes, we do have acting lessons for theatre and film students, and we do have some extracurricular activities in our town as well, where students can take part in acting clubs and school theatre also.
Yeah. I think because we are having a lot of Indonesian special people here, so we want to be assured that the environment is very friendly for you. As a very special religion there. Okay, and one more question about the living condition. Is it okay to stay alone? I mean, the bedroom have a space for two people, double room, right? So what if he or she wants to live alone in one room?
If there's room, yes, it is possible.
Okay.
So, but the cost is about room. So if there are two people, the cost is lower. But if one people, it's a bit higher.
Oh, okay, okay. I think the question about the admission is very clear. You have to have Estonian B1 to join this program because you will study full-time Estonian in high school in Põltsamaa. Yeah, so you have to study Estonian firstly and then join the high school there in the Põltsamaa, the high school here. Okay. So that's quite long a section for our presentation. So I believe we can take one more question from the main room, and after this one, we will break into separate rooms so that every nation can have their consultants ready there to answer all of your questions. We have Indonesian room, Philippines room, and then Vietnam room here. Okay. So if you don't have any questions, we are happy to receive it after our webinar today. So just feel free to leave your questions to your consultants of your home country. And then we will answer them later by email. Okay. And one more time, thank you very much. Thank you, Marky, and thank you, Jakob, for being here and deliver very, valuable insights and information. And hopefully we can all meet all of everybody here in Põltsamaa in a very soon future. I think Jacob wants to give a very goodbye to your brothers and sisters here in Southeast Asia.
Okay, and so bye.
Okay, bye bye. Thank you, Marky, again for being here. Okay, the breakout room section will be ready in very soon, and you can join by yourself, or we can deliver you into the room of your nation. Dạ, quý anh chị và các bạn, nếu mà mình đến từ Việt Nam thì mình có thể ở lại room này ạ. Finance Future sẽ có em Chi và Nghĩa sẽ hỗ trợ tư vấn cho mọi người ạ. Dạ vâng ạ, không biết là ở phòng main room của mình có quý khách nào, các anh chị nào, bạn nào có câu hỏi dành cho chương trình du học trung học phổ thông tại Estonia không ạ? Phải là về chương trình tại Põltsamaa hoặc là về chương trình học tiếng Estonia của Finance Future đều được ạ.
Hồi nãy em có nhận một câu hỏi về lộ trình học tiếng của mình ở tại Việt Nam á. Chị Chi có gì show là cho mọi người nha.
Ok, ok. Dạ thì có nhận được cái thông tin về cái lộ trình học tập á, thì ở trong cái slide chung á là mình sẽ có 4 cái giai đoạn đúng không ạ? Thì giai đoạn đầu tiên sẽ là giai đoạn học tiếng. Thì thật ra cái giai đoạn học tiếng nó sẽ kéo dài là 12 tháng, và không chỉ là việc học tiếng để đạt lên cái trình độ B1, mà Finance Future sẽ cùng đồng hành trong tất cả các bước để đi đến được Põltsamaa hoặc đi đến những cái trường đối tác của Finance Future tại Estonia trong tương lai, và sẽ còn cập nhật nữa sau Tết. Thì ngoài việc học tiếng ra thì tụi em sẽ có hỗ trợ các bạn về việc ứng tuyển trường, phỏng vấn với trường và làm những cái thủ tục liên quan đến xin thẻ cư trú tại Estonia, nộp visa vân vân, và cũng như là hỗ trợ đặt vé máy bay và bắt đầu cái hành trình của mình tại cái cấp 3 của mình tại Põltsamaa hoặc là các trường đối tác khác. Và sau đó nữa tụi em cũng sẽ đồng hành với lại các bạn học sinh trong 3 năm còn lại luôn, để cho các bạn có thể tốt nghiệp được cái trung học phổ thông của các bạn. Vì tụi em sẽ tiếp tục dạy các bạn lên B2 và C1. Tại vì nếu như có B2 và C1 tiếng Estonia, đó là một cái lợi thế không thể bàn cãi được, để mà các bạn có thể học tiếp bậc đại học và thậm chí là đi làm ạ. Và tụi em cũng sẽ có những cái hỗ trợ liên quan đến cái việc học giữa phụ huynh và các bạn để giao tiếp với nhau luôn ạ. Để đảm bảo là các bạn có một cái sự có việc học á, nó được ờm, ổn về mặt tinh thần của các bạn khi các bạn ở một cái đất nước xa xa như vậy. Dạ em xin mời mình có thể unmute bạn để mình thử.
Alo,
Dạ vâng ạ.
chào em. Em ơi, cho chị hỏi là thí dụ như cái giống như chị nghe cái chương trình đó thì là bên bên mình đó là có định hướng giáo dục cho bé không em? Thí dụ hay là chỉ có qua bên đó mới định hướng, có nghĩa là định hướng cái ngành con học á. Ờ, mình định hướng thí dụ như cấp 3 bên bển thì sẽ định hướng, nhưng mà định hướng thường á là bên đó là người ta học từ dưới thì người ta định hướng rồi, còn những bạn Việt Nam qua như vậy á thì định hướng như thế nào để cho con lên đại học á em? Ờ,
À, dạ
chị cảm ơn.
dạ dạ em cảm ơn chị ạ. Về việc định hướng thì em nghĩ là trước tiên là mình sẽ chọn cái trường của mình. Ví dụ như ở Põltsamaa thì người ta sẽ có ba cái định hướng rất rõ ràng. Trong cái buổi tư vấn ngày hôm nay á, là họ sẽ có cái định hướng về mặt IT, hoặc là về ờm, kinh doanh, kinh tế kinh doanh, hoặc là về ờ, nhạc kịch và điện ảnh. Đó thì cái việc này bạn có thể nói chuyện trực tiếp với lại các tư vấn của Finance Future, có thể là em, có thể là Nghĩa, hoặc là có thể là các bạn hỗ trợ học sinh của bên phía Finance Future để chọn trước cái định hướng của mình. Tại vì cái việc chọn này không phải nghĩa là chọn cái đó là đi đi hẳn cái đường đó, mà mình có thể chọn trước những cái môn học, những cái định hướng học nó là phù hợp với mình. Trong cái quá trình học mình có thể khám phá những cái định hướng khác nữa. Cho nên cái việc mà đồng hành và chọn cái ngành nghề nghiệp hay lĩnh vực á, thì có thể từ Việt Nam trong cái quá trình học 12 tháng tại đây, thì các bạn đã có thể trò chuyện với tụi em rồi. Hoặc là tụi em cũng sẽ có hàng tuần định kỳ á, tụi em cũng sẽ có những cái webinar để có thể là hỗ trợ thêm những cái câu hỏi mà có nhiều bạn học sinh cùng hỏi, hoặc là về định hướng nghề nghiệp á, và tụi em sẽ có thể là gọi thêm trường vào để hỗ trợ tư vấn mình từ cái lúc mà các bạn đang học online Việt Nam. Dạ, chứ không phải là qua bên kia rồi mới định hướng ạ. Dạ. Dạ, hy vọng là câu hỏi này, câu trả lời này trả lời được cái thông tin của mình. Trong cái quá trình học tiếng 12 tháng ở Việt Nam thì dự kiến các bạn sẽ học vào cái giờ là sau khi các bạn đi học về á, thì khoảng chiều tối, và mình sẽ dự kiến học từ 4 cho đến 5 buổi một tuần. Và mỗi buổi như vậy là 75 phút. Thì nó sẽ không phải là một cái giờ học thêm quá căng thẳng, nhưng mà như mình có biết là cái tiếng Estonia là một cái tiếng rất là, thật sự là nó phức tạp. Cho nên là nếu như mình đồng ý tham gia vào chương trình thì cái sự cam kết của việc học cái ngôn ngữ đó sẽ rất là cần thiết, để cho các bạn có thể là có cái cam kết ngay từ đầu như vậy, thì cái lúc tương lai của bạn khi bạn học tại trường ở bên kia á, thì nó sẽ đảm bảo hơn, mình sẽ hòa nhập nó nhanh hơn. Dạ. cái Dạ vâng ạ, các anh chị còn câu hỏi nào nữa dành cho chương trình hoặc là dành cho trường Põltsamaa không ạ?
Đây mình có thể nói thêm về những cái cơ hội mà dành cho những bạn, tại tại vì đây là đợt là học sinh tiên phong trong cái chương trình Estonia này, thì ở Finance Future có liên quan, gọi là có liên kết với lại những bên ví dụ như là công ty Wise này, Bolt nè, hoặc là Pipedrive nè, thì người sáng lập của Finance Future Estonia thì sẽ là Bác Martin của công ty Bolt ha. Thì đối với là những bạn mà đi theo chương trình này thì mình sẽ có cái cơ hội thực tập ở những cái doanh nghiệp này sau khi mình tốt nghiệp. Nên là nếu như mà mình có những cái thắc mắc hoặc là những cái gọi là nhu cầu để tìm hiểu về cái lộ trình sau sau khi mà tốt nghiệp cấp 3 thì là bên Finance Future vẫn sẽ tiếp tục hỗ trợ cho các bạn.